Hey, my name is Eston Walden, and we're here for another audiobook review. Today we're doing Speechless by Michael Knowles, and it was a pretty good book. Whenever I'm listening for nonfiction books, what I'm looking for is primarily the impact factor, the what can I take away to improve my life, and I don't usually just listen to them for informational reasons. And so this book is going to come out with a little lower rating than what others might have because of that, and we'll get into that now. So the book itself is a 4.16, narration was a 5, and so the overall was a 4.37. And so it was written and narrated by Michael Knowles. When it comes to the uniqueness of the idea, I feel like it was pretty good. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 because, we hear books all the time where it's like, oh, well, America is bad because of this, or America is bad because of this. But it was interesting to come from a conservative perspective and say conservatives were in the wrong. There's something that we are doing wrong, and this is what it is. Instead of like, oh, well, you guys are doing something wrong. And so I thought that was kind of unique. And so I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. When it comes to impact factor, though, I gave it a 3. And the reason for that is that even though the book provides a lot of very interesting and informative, material, the book itself doesn't provide any concrete things to do in response to that. There's nothing to take away and be like, okay, well, this is what I should be doing. It's like the whole book is very detailed to explain the problem, but it doesn't really talk as much about the solution. And so I feel like that was really missing out in the book. A point was made very clear within the first, couple of hours. I feel like spending more time on a solution would have been more beneficial for me, at least. So it gets a 3 out of 5 for that. And then for references, 5 out of 5. The book is like 90% references. They're, stated really well. That's put together in a very, good concept. It's more like he provides references and then describes the references in such a way to make his point, instead of like, oh, well, here's my point, let me back that up with references. And so I think that was fine. There might have been too many references for all I know, but I'm not gonna knock you on that. And so there were points all about history and media that he used to make his point, and so 5 out of 5 for that. And narration got 5 out of 5 as well, because he sounded very interested in his topic. He wasn't monotone. It wasn't boring. That's really all I can ask for in a nonfiction book. And that's it. The book was good. I thought it contained a lot of useful information. If your goal is to come away from that book with, what can we do as Republicans or conservatives to change what's going on, this might not be the book for you. You can look at it from like the best way to stop history from repeating itself is to know history, and in that sense you could get something out of it. But I don't feel like it's a book that's going to help a whole lot of people change how they act and improve the situation at hand. And so rate it if you want to. It has a lot of useful information. It kind of depends on what you're hoping to get out of it. It's not quite what I was looking for, but overall it was a well-written book and contained a lot of good stuff in it. That's it. Like, subscribe, comment. If you like audiobooks, use the Audible link to sign up. If you feel like you don't have enough time for a healthy lunch, I have a shake mix that I drink every day that I'll leave a link to, and feel free to sign up for my Patreon. It gives me money, and that's pretty much it. One of these days I'll come up with something I want to put in there that will only be on Patreon, but currently there's nothing. And so donate at your own will. That's it. When I do nonfiction books, this is a relatively new thing. I would love to have comments on ways to improve my rating scale. And because I do occasionally read nonfiction audiobooks. And so I want to know how to do it better, and I can look to you folks to help me with that. Either way, thank you and have a good day.